Whoa! Well, let's see what it looks like. Hi, Elena. Hi, Henry. How are you guys?
Hey guys, how are you?
Whoopsie.
Hey, Johnny, how you doing? Hey, Mike. Yeah, I'm having a great time with these ornaments. I'm getting rid of some scrap wood and getting ready for Christmas craft shows, you know? What kind of stuff do you guys make for Christmas time? Hey, Jan. What's up? Mike is making stuff.
Whoa. That's fine. Look like there's a little crack up here too. Oh well. I do too, BK. What's up, girl? Got a little cockeyed for you.
Had to adjust the angle on the wheel so the blade is centered. But it still looks a little wonky. Dan, what's up, man? That's awesome, Dan. Yeah, I was adjusting the top nub. I'm good, Dan. I'm clear coating a couple of projects, and I got about 30 minutes between coats, so thought I'd do a quick live. But yeah, I'm good. Trying to wheel is not adjusted, so I got a top adjustment. I don't see a bottom adjustment. Let me unplug this bad boy. Okay. So, okay, it's tracking the center now. Down there. Let's see. We're tracking on the edge here. So we're going to tilt it back slightly. Whoop. Let's go a little up. Let's go a little more tilt. No, not quite. Let's undo this a little more. Tilt it a little more so we can get it center. We want that blade to be center. That's decent. That's better. Okay. No, something's off. That's weird. I haven't had that before. My blade is like this right here. Oh, it got off the, I was like, man, what is that? Okay. So now I need to readjust. It got off my guides. That's what it was. So I'm going to readjust this. Okay, now it's spinning freely. I don't feel anything rubbing. Okay, now I'm going to tighten this guy back down. All right. There's your 5-minute bandsaw tune-up. Alan, what's up, man? Hey, Dan, I appreciate you. I got your mallet boxed up and ready to ship tomorrow. It's my last walnut mallet. All right, now let's try to cut this bad boy. Thanks, DK. I'll just drill a hole in that up here. My drill's packed away, so I don't feel like getting it. Oh, that paper was like that paper was 180 that I was using. It was a net. Someone on Instagram sent it to me. I liked it. It was 180, but They sent me a box of like 5 each. They were pretty good. Yeah, pretty nice. Now, I got about 3 minutes and I got to clear coat. Let me show you what I'm clear coating, guys. Let's go outside. Now, hey, don't judge me. I got a lot of crap in my yard, so I don't show my yard that often. So this is outside the shop, janky, blah, blah, blah. I'm building a memorial cross for somebody. And this is a 29 by 45 sign. Solid cedar. It was a lot of work. I had to mill up cedar pickets and get these good joints, but this is all solid cedar, so it will withstand the elements. It's exterior paint and stain, and then it's going. I've got a clear coat of Halcyon, which is Total Boat. It's an outdoor marine grade varnish. So it's really tough stuff. I'm gonna put 3 coats of that. Yeah, Dan, that sign, I'm gonna make more. I've sold a few of the smaller versions, but the bigger one was a lot more work than I anticipated. Cedar has a lot of knots. Guess what? The laser does not like cutting through knots. And it was just so big. I had to add 2 cleats on the backside to help strengthen it, you know, so it doesn't cup. And also it will, those are gonna be the hanging points. Yeah, this is what I used. I've used this on several projects over the last 4 or 5 years. It's an outdoor varnish, water, clean up with water. You can recoat in 1 hour. So basically, I got to do another coat now, and then I'm going to come back in the shop. If you guys want to watch, here, let's go do a clear coat real quick, because I'm coming right back in the shop turning more if you guys want to hang out. Let's go. Let me mask up. And then you guys figure out what we want to make. I'm gonna go spray that cross real quick. That's just my junky backyard. So. It was raining all day yesterday here. You mentioned making a sign for your son. I've made a handful of signs. These I've made a few of, the smaller ones. I've been wanting to do a video on making my own sign, but I'll be putting out a video on how I made this one. I would definitely recommend cedar for outdoors. This one was specifically outdoors, so I spent the extra time. Usually I make it out of red oak 1/4 inch plywood, so it's really quick, no glue ups. Um, cool, BK. I'll see if I can make the video in the next couple weeks. I've been recording it. All right, guys, what are we making on the lathe? You guys want to make another ornament or make a bowl? I'll let you guys pick. Here's a bowl we made yesterday. It broke, it flew apart on the lathe. Check this out, a piece of maple. It had a chunk that came off the top. So it was who was it? Was it Mike? No. Someone was like, keep making it. I think it was Kevin. He said, keep going. So it turned out pretty cool. Well, BK, I bet it did warp. How thick was it? I've only made one chessboard, but what I did, I milled up the walnut and maple probably 3/16 of an inch after sanding it smooth. That's why, BK, you can't really do it out of solid wood. So what I did, I had my pattern glued out and it was 3/16 thick. And then I put it on a MDF or plywood backer board. And then I built a frame around that because solid wood's gonna warp and cup. Especially pine. Pine typically isn't dried. The moisture content is too high to build furniture with typically. So, that sucks though. You put all that effort in and it warps. I mean, I understand it. I've done stuff like that too, but that'd be my experience. I think I'm wanting to actually make some more chessboards for this Christmas season if I have time. I'm so behind. I was supposed to finish this table a month ago. But I'm looking forward to some new projects. So, all right. So, someone said a bowl. You guys want to make a bowl? Let me see if I've got this. Let me show you guys this little bitty bowl. Okay. Hey, Dan, don't be hating. The table's going to be done this week. I have to deliver it by Saturday. Come on, the king of the 8-month bassinet. Hey, I totally get you. I had some health issues for a couple of weeks. I couldn't walk. That's one excuse. It's honestly, it was a really difficult build because I had to really design the accessories before I built the table. So it just took way too much time. It was, I don't know, one of those things. Live and learn. So, if you guys know BW wood turning, man, he showed me some techniques. Was it yesterday? Yeah. And we did a live together, or not a live, we did a video call, and he showed me how to get a real good cut, and I did, but I made this thing super small, so I'm trying to change these out to where my chuck can get on it. So I'm going to try that real quick. I think this will do it. And if it doesn't work, we'll make a bigger bowl. But I really want to turn this one. This is a really neat finish. It's probably the cleanest finish I've ever got on a bowl. So if you guys turn a bowl, it's kind of exciting when you get a nice finish. So let's go over here and change these out. Hello, hello. Hey, it's all good, Dan. I totally get it. Honestly, Dan, that's why I'm going back to IT. I mean, I build nice stuff, but seriously, it takes me way too long for the bigger stuff. Like, it sounds like, oh, great payday, but it just takes me way too long. And yeah, at the end of the year, I'm going to go back to IT. That's what I did for 22 years. But I'll still do this part-time. I've really enjoyed getting to know people in the community, and I've really enjoyed it. So I'll keep doing YouTube. It just won't be, I won't be doing lives almost every day. But we are going to be empty nesters when my youngest goes to college, so I'll definitely have some time. Let's see if these other jaws work. So Dan, what's your next project after the bassinet is done? Baseball wiffle bat kind of things. Baseball wiffle bat. Trying to think. Baseball wiffle bat. You know, I'm talking about baseball wiffle bat. Rumpel, what are you talking about? The baseball wiffle bat. I'm trying to think where you're talking about, man. Hold on a second. Hey, Siri. Siri. Come on, Siri. You suck a little bit. So, 345, I got to put the third coat on. I think these will work. We're going to find out. And BK, what projects are you working on lately? Oh man, these screws aren't long enough. That's why, yeah, let me see if I have any screws. That sucks. That's probably why I don't use this thing. At the bottom right of the work. Oh, you talking about these? Rumpel? What's up, Kevin? How you doing, buddy? Kevin's the one that talked me into doing that bowl, right? Kevin, wasn't that you? Where we finished that bowl yesterday? That funky bowl? That blow apart? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Kevin. Said keep going. Yeah. But hey, Rumple, I think you're talking about those. Those are my dust collection for the table saw. It's a shop vac hooked up to it, and then it's got a dust deputy from Home Depot. It's okay. Honestly, I still get a ton of dust from the top. That's always got in my way, the dust control on top, but I'd really like to have it someday. So, hey, I can't find the right screw, so I guess we need to make a bowl. Well, and we aren't even using this one, so we can make a bowl. Oh crap! I got all my drills in the other toolbox. Thanks, Kevin. I thought it turned out pretty neat, man. Let me see if I can find a drill. I got all my tools loaded up. We were at the church where we meet for Boy Scouts yesterday for about 6 hours working on my son's Eagle Scout project. We put drywall up in 2 of their classrooms. So this week we've got to go back and mud and tape and then paint and then trim it out. All right, so Dan asked a good question. He says, can you turn a bowl with a big old knot, or is the wood too goofy? Well, Dan, let me show you one we made. Here's one we made a day or 2 ago. You have a knot on the outside, and I stabilized it with some CA glue, and then on the inside. So you can make one. It just depends. Once you start hollowing it out, it kind of depends. So I left this one a little thick. Then those are all maple. This is maple as well. Same thing with this one, Dan. So what you do, what I do is this. I look around for grain that looks really cool. And then I know that I'm hollowing this out for the bowl, right? So my hope is the rim of the bowl is right here. That way this gets hollowed out. Uh-oh, BW, the expert wood turner's in the house. What's up, BW? And hey, guys, if you don't know the BW wood turning, that guy's a pro. He does private lessons. Now, yeah, so he's taking private lessons if you guys want to hit him up. So anyway, Dan, we're hoping to hollow this out. So this is going to be the top of the bowl, meaning where it gets hollowed. So let's go. And I'm going to go ahead and round off these corners real quick, save a little turning time. Thanks, Kevin, for sharing that.
Mike from the Whacking Shack. What's up, buddy? That's a pretty one. It was pretty good, BW. Woo! It's smooth like, yeah, you know what's up. That's not even a bowl roll. Heck yeah, baby! Woo!
BW, man. BW, man, that is amazing. Hey guys, that's one of the techniques BW taught me. Man, that bowl, can you guys, it is shiny and silky smooth right now. I never got that before BW showed me a couple things. Man, that's a freaking cool bowl. Woo! All right, sorry, I got excited. Michael Wilson, what's up, buddy? Hi, Mohammed. Sorry I'm not up to date on all the comments, guys. Let's see if I missed anything. All right, I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, that cut looked great. I'm gonna switch the camera around. I'm gonna clean up the bottom and make my mortise.
Yeah, I know, right, BW?
Is Mike still in here? BW Mike was doing a hollow form today. He gave you a shout out and he was inspired by your hollow form. I've never made one, so now I want to make a hollow form. They look fun. All right, BW, I've got a question. I don't want this bowl to darken up with the wax finish. What can I do to keep it a light, near natural finish? Hey, Dan, check it out. Whoop, sorry. Got to get on a flat surface. I got sawdust. So, Dan, this is what we were talking about. There's that knot. See how our goal was to make the lip be on this side? I think we're going to achieve that. Runic, what's up, man? So it's still going to be golden color. Okay. White wax. Is that okay? Is that like the Renaissance microcrystal wax? I think I've got some. Hey, see ya, BW. Runic, up to today? BW, have a great trip. Enjoy your time with your family.
Awesome, Runic. Pretty good. That's a pretty bowl. Oh man, that thing's looking good, y'all. Look at that. Yeah, it looks good. Not too bad.
Yeah, that grain is insane on this bowl. Thanks, Matthew.
Oh! What's up, Flossie? Oh.
All right, let's see if it starts shining.
Heck yeah. Wow. Got a little knot. Hmm.
It's got a little ring in the center. I think I'm going to leave it. What's up, Matthew? Yeah, I think it turned out really nice. All right. DeLon, man, you're rolling. $6. I think the last one was free, so you're getting higher. DeLon, check this one out. Dude, liking it. I appreciate you guys offering that. I mean, is that $2 Canadian, Kevin? No, DeLon, these turned out great, man. Loving it. Here's one I made yesterday, DeLon. I don't think you were on the live. You may have been. I'm not sure. This whole top piece flew off. So Kevin said, keep going. So I did, and it looks pretty cool. So this is what, when I put the wax finish on, these are what those maple bowls are looking like. But I used a crystal wax chunk, and it's called fine crystallized finished. And this is what it does. I wanted to maintain the lighter color. And I could have got a little bit better sanding job. You can see those rings a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with it. And if it annoys me enough, I can always throw it back on the lathe because I have that mortise. So really digging it. So let's go see. I've got to put one more coat of finish on my sign. Let's go. It's ready in about 10 minutes. Here's that sign I made the last week. This is all solid cedar with exterior stain and paint, and I've clear coated it twice with a what do we use? Total Boat Halcyon, which is an outdoor marine grade varnish. So I've coated, this is all solid cedar. I cut it all in the laser. Probably making a video. So be sure to look for that. Real fun one to make. I would definitely recommend cedar because it's outdoors. So pretty fun. Yeah, Flossie. This thing is 29 by 45. So it was a big chunk. Thanks, Kevin. And then I've also, here's a memorial cross I make. Looks like I got a drop of something on there. But I make these memorial crosses. This is solid cherry stained. I make those for my Etsy shop. But yeah, so these are both solid cherry. That's getting 3 coats. And that's solid cedar. So these are just some of the things I make, guys, while I'm building bigger stuff. And honestly, I prefer, I've decided I don't want to make any more tables, really. Too much work, not enough money, too much headache. BK, this is stained a different color. That's a different color. That's a different color. Appreciate that. So I'm about 10 minutes away from putting another coat on there. This is my trashy outside of the shop. I have scrap wood. And that's where I spray stuff, so. Well, hey guys, I'm gonna hop off here. Yeah, Flossie, it's something I researched and that I wanted to make. I make pet memorials as well. I make a pet memorial box that has a slot for a picture. Exactly, Matthew. They're a state park sign. Yep. But, well, hey guys, I appreciate you joining the live. See you, Rumple. I'll probably be live tomorrow. We might make another bowl. I don't know. Think about what you guys want to make and send me a message or post on one of my posts, because I'm looking for ideas. And I'm always up for a challenge if you guys have any cool ideas. So, appreciate you guys. Thanks, Kevin, as always. Hope you guys have a good evening. Later.